We're going to get an answer to the first of those two questions as we kick things off with the men's Money in the Bank ladder match.
The following contest is the Money in the Bank ladder match. To win this match, the winner is the superstar who climbs up the ladder and retrieves the briefcase with the contract inside of it to be cashed in over the next year, anytime, any place. Making his way to the ring from Woodstock, Georgia, weighing in at 230 pounds, Bron Breakker!
Bron Breakker has earned the nickname of a certified badass. And if you don't believe him, just look at his track record over the last couple of months, defeating Edge at WrestleMania, the American Nightmare Cody Rhodes, the Apex Predator Randy Orton, the Street Champ Solo Sikoa, the Nigerian Giant Omos. The list begins to go on and on as Bron Breakker has continued to make waves upon being drafted to Monday Night Raw. And now Bron finds himself with a golden opportunity. The first year of his main roster career, filled with ups and downs, peaks and valleys. Tonight, a chance at the ultimate peak, becoming Mr. Money in the Bank. Some SmackDown superstars set to walk down the aisle.
And from Gomez Palacio Durango, Mexico, weighing in at 210 pounds, Andrea!
Well, you look at Bron Breakker, a man who turned away the hard-fought challenge of the Harbinger of Doom carrying Cross. Then you got Andrade. We have never taken anything away from the former NXT and former United States Champions talents. But 2 weeks ago at the Great American Bash in Philadelphia, Andrade qualifying for Money in the Bank with an assist from the Apex Predator Randy Orton. One-on-one with the almighty Bobby Lashley, and that ever-looming issue between Lashley and Orton ultimately benefiting Andrade and giving him the golden ticket to walk down the aisle here in London, England tonight. But as we mentioned, we take nothing away from the talents of El Idolo, a former NXT champion, a former United States champion, and ever since his SmackDown return in the month of April, Andrade has made waves, win, lose, or draw. You want to make the biggest splash? Tonight is the night to do so. Climb the ladder and get yourself a golden opportunity at either a World Heavyweight or WWE Championship match, anytime, any place, for up to 1 year. It is certainly going to be a tall task for every single superstar competing in the Money in the Bank ladder matches tonight. We kick things off on the men's side of the field. The women coming up later. Championships to be decided all throughout the evening. Rise to the occasion, live for the moment, and create your legend. What Money in the Bank is all about. And you want to talk about opportunity? No doubt about it, the biggest opportunity of this young man's career. And without a doubt, the biggest match of the up-and-coming Trick Williams. He could shock the world here in the O2.
And from Columbia, South Carolina, weighing in at 205 pounds, Trick Williams!
Well, you know, many people have dubbed Trick Williams just a running buddy of the brand new United States champion Carmelo Hayes. Melo winning that championship 2 weeks ago in Philadelphia at the Great American Bash. But Trick Williams, like him or not, earned his way to Money in the Bank tonight. A hard-fought victory over Alpha Academy's Master Chad Gable. Trick Williams not just looking to be in the shadow of his friend Carmelo Hayes, looking to stand side by side as a champion on Friday Night SmackDown. And tonight, Trick's got that opportunity to move one step closer. The biggest match of his career could lead to the biggest cash-in of all time. And here comes a man who qualified just 24 hours ago on SmackDown.
And from Birmingham, England, weighing in at 205 pounds, Boy!
It is fight night in London, England, as 1/3 of the Brawling Brutes, the Bruiserweight Butch, makes his way down the aisle. We talked about it last night at the OVO Arena, Wembley. Butch, a former NXT United Kingdom champion, a former Intercontinental champion 2 times here in the WWE. But it has been some time since Butch has been on a premium live event, a former World Tag Team champion as well, but ever since the Brawling Brutes were drafted to Friday Night SmackDown, all 3 men have been struggling to see success. And look what it took for Butch to get here tonight, going through his friend, the Celtic Warrior Sheamus last night in a physical fight on Friday Night SmackDown to punch his ticket to tonight's festivities. Well, I'll tell you what, I take nothing away from any superstar in this matchup, but when it comes to toughness, Butch may be the toughest SOB to get through for all of these superstars. In 48 hours, this man challenges for the Intercontinental Championship on Raw. But he could be walking away and flying back to the States. I can't hear myself in here. This place is thunderous in their hatred of dirty Dominik Mysterio.
Representing the Judgment Day from San Diego, California, weighing in at 200 pounds, dirty Dominik Mysterio!
Quite the raucous reaction for one Judgment Day member. As we were mentioning this Monday night on Raw, Dominik Mysterio will challenge Sami Zayn for the Intercontinental Championship. But both of those men with an opportunity to fly back to the States, not just holding the Intercontinental gold, but possibly being Mr. Money in the Bank as well. And this raucous crowd here in the O2 in London not taking very kindly to the man Dominik Mysterio has become. Ever since joining the ranks of the Judgment Day earlier this year, he has certainly earned the nickname of Dirty, never afraid to get his hands dirty. Wow! Dominik Mysterio could not have been prepared for this hostile environment here in Money in the Bank. Well, I hope Damian Priest and Finn Balor, your current World Tag Team Champions, gave this young man a pep talk, because he's gonna need it here tonight. Dominik prepared to go to war, but we still got one more fighter with an opportunity to climb up the ladder. And speaking of the Intercontinental Champion, here comes the champion himself.
And from Montreal, Quebec, Canada, weighing in at 212 pounds, the WWE Intercontinental Champion, Sami Zayn!
The first man to qualify for the men's Money in the Bank ladder match, defeating Dijak several weeks ago on Monday Night Raw. And of course, your Intercontinental Champion since March at WrestleMania. Well, Sami Zayn's best friend, Kevin Owens, will be in one of the headlining matches later tonight, defending his WWE Championship against CM Punk. Imagine if Owens can get through Punk, if Zayn can get through Raw on Monday as the Intercontinental Champion. What if Zayn also houses the Money in the Bank contract? That might be a little bit of a awkward wedge between those best friends, but don't want to get too ahead of ourselves. Nonetheless, the bell has sounded and we are underway here in the O2 Arena. 3 superstars from Raw, 3 from SmackDown, who will climb the ladder and capture the 2024 Money in the Bank briefcase. You look at just the last few years alone, what that contract has done to superstars here in the WWE. Last year, it was the visionary Seth freaking Rollins taking down the contract, cashing it in a month later at SummerSlam to become the WWE Champion. A title he held all the way from August of last year till March at WrestleMania. 2 years ago, Hall of Famer Edge captured yet another Money in the Bank contract, and all of these superstars here tonight, not necessarily competing in their first go-around in ladder matches, but none of these 6 men have ever housed the Money in the Bank contract. A first-time winner of the briefcase here tonight. I'll tell you, it may be any man's ball game. You got the toughness of the Bruiserweight Butch. You got the badassery of Bron Breakker. I'd say an unpredictable X-Factor in Trick Williams. Meanwhile, Butch, the first man to scale the rungs of the ladder, and he's already making a case for the gold. Well, Trick Williams trying to chase him up there. It is dangerous being high in the sky. Gotta try to have eyes in the back of your head. Butch going down. Oh, wait a minute. Don't take your eyes off Trick Williams. Trick trying to capture the Money in the Bank briefcase here. The Intercontinental Champion Sami Zayn, however, on his tail. I'll tell you, you gotta have eyes in the back of your head in this type of matchup. But on the same accord, it only takes a couple of seconds for somebody to scale those rugs and take down the Money in the Bank briefcase. You gotta be prepared. You gotta have your head on a swivel in this kind of contest. Bron Breakker trying to climb the ladder. Meanwhile, down goes Trick. Starting to get a little comfortable on the ladder, and Andrade and Sami Zayn making Trick pay. That's another thing about these Money in the Bank ladder matches. Unlikely duos, unlikely partnerships, if you will certainly come together in an opportunity to try to divide and conquer. All remains to be seen if any partnerships are going to arise tonight. I'll tell you one partnership I don't expect to see, and that is, of course, between the Intercontinental Champion Sami Zayn and the Judgment Day's Dominik Mysterio. Last month on Monday Night Raw, Dominik Mysterio costing Sami Zayn a matchup against Seth freaking Rollins. That loose partnership that continually seemingly continues to develop, I should say, between the Judgment Day and Seth freaking Rollins. Certainly came back to bite Sami Zayn. Zayn has not forgotten about it. Got an ounce of revenge attacking Dominik Mysterio a couple of weeks ago on Raw, but as both men have continued to focus on qualifying for the Money in the Bank, Sami Zayn has not forgotten, and obviously Dominik Mysterio is looking to bring more gold to the Judgment Day Clubhouse. Well, as we mentioned, in just 48 hours on Raw, we're going to be back inside the OVO Arena, Wembley, here in London. Dominik Mysterio, Sami Zayn for the Intercontinental Championship in your main event this coming Monday. That is then, this is now. You got to wonder if either of those men will be walking in to the OVO on Monday Night Raw as Mr. Money in the Bank. And you got to wonder what condition they're going to be in. If you had your eyes at ringside, you just saw Sami Zayn go for an amusement park ride by hands of 1/3 of the Brawling Brutes. So much action to keep up with in this kind of matchup as Bron Breakker getting dumped on the back of his Chrome Dome by hands of a Poison Rana by SmackDown's Andrade. Man, the action hot and heavy in your opening contest here tonight, and you expect nothing less. And the opportunity is as high as it is, a WWE or World Heavyweight Championship opportunity anytime, any place for up to 1 year. Tonight is the night where you throw caution in the wind and push yourself past your normal limits in an attempt to climb the ladder and retrieve the contract that hangs above the ring. Wait a minute, all this action going on at ringside. These superstars better get their eyes on the badass Bron Breakker, who's struggling to keep his balance momentarily and now is trying to reach up and get his hands on the Money in the Bank contract. It is easier said than done, trying to keep your balance while you're up there. And there you see Bron Breakker going for a fall by hands of Trick Williams. I'll said it before, I'll say it again, Trick may be the dark horse in this matchup. I don't think a lot of people expected him to really break out and qualify for Money in the Bank. A lot of people label Trick Williams as just the running buddy, the henchman for the new United States champion Carmelo Hayes. Trick Williams looking to prove he's much more than just a right-hand man for Melo. And tonight is the opportunity to certainly do so. Trick holding his own right now as Andrade and Bron Breakker going back and forth in the ring. Andrade utilizing that springboard dropkick he loves to implore. Oh no, Bron in trouble. Hammerlock DDT, and that may knock Bron Breakker out for a couple of moments. Oh, meanwhile, Sami Zayn taking things to the extreme here in London. This may be a ladder match, but anything goes. No holds barred technically by any means necessary to climb that ladder and get the contract that's hanging above the ring. As we mentioned, none of these superstars ever winning a Money in the Bank ladder match in the past, and none of these superstars ever winning a World Heavyweight or WWE Championship on Monday Night Raw or Friday Night SmackDown as well. Obviously, Sami Zayn, the current Intercontinental Champion. You got Andrade, Bron Breakker, former NXT champions. The Bruiserweight Butch, a former NXT United Kingdom champion. Dominik Mysterio has held World Tag Team title gold in his career. The opportunity bigger than it ever has been for these individual superstars tonight. Bron Breakker and Dominik Mysterio just trying to get their wits about him on the outside. Andrade looking worse for wear in the ring as Sami Zayn throwing a couple of haymakers. Bron Breakker going right at the man who laid him out a few moments ago, and I think Breakker's had enough. Throwing that kendo stick right at Trick Williams moments after he took out Sami Zayn. Down goes Butch, the badass starting to come unglued. And Sami Zayn going for a haluva kick on Dirty Dominik Mysterio. Delivery was not to be found. Sami Zayn has certainly got to be wary tonight, not to be too focused on Dominik throughout this matchup. Not let his anger, his itch for retribution about the man that cost him that battle against Seth Rollins last month. Can't let that anger blind him tonight. He's going to get Dominik no matter what on Monday Night Raw, and it's going to be with high stakes. The Intercontinental Championship is going to be on the line. Sami's just got to focus on tonight's task. The Intercontinental title is going to be there no matter what. Dominik Mysterio is going to be waiting for him on Monday. And all 6 superstars back in the ring momentarily. Hammerlock DDT on Bron Breakker. Andrade sending the badass right into the ladder momentarily, and a couple of bodies just went a-flying. This is the chaos that you can expect in a Money in the Bank ladder matchup. And we're going to see it all over again once more later tonight when 6 women enter the squared circle looking for the same opportunity. Oof. Andrade breaking up the carnage inside of the ring. As this matchup progresses, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you for joining us live. We are in the O2 Arena in London, England. Sold out as Sami Zayn taking out Bron Breakker with a massive boot on the outside. These men do not give a damn about the other's well-being as long as they walk away with the opportunity tonight. I'll keep your eye on the Intercontinental Champion Sami Zayn again, taking down Trick Williams with a signature Tornado DDT at ringside. Bron Breakker, my goodness! Trying to keep up with this action is like trying to call a NASCAR race. These bodies are moving a mile a minute. They're crashing and burning left and right. Ladders are afray. London's coming unglued. The casualties that this type of matchup will bring is unlike no other. And that ladder there with the purpose of climbing it to get down the briefcase, but also offers all 6 of these superstars the same opportunity to use it as a weapon. And boy, are these men ever. A lot of falls have been taken on those steel ladders tonight already. Bron Breakker getting sent to the corner by the Intercontinental Champion. Wait a minute, Sami Zayn going for a repeat. First to Trick, now to Bron. Down goes Breakker on the weaponry at ringside. And once again, London, England showing their appreciation for all 6 of these superstars who are putting their body in harm's way in hopes to leave tonight with a little extra hardware. And Butch swinging this steel chair at ringside. Him and Sami Zayn going at it at the same time. Zayn is a different kind of man tonight. Zayn knows what it's like to be a champion, your current Intercontinental Champion, but he wants the gold crown of either the WWE or the world title. Sami Zayn looks to be eyeing up the prize, setting up that ladder in the ring, but certainly a tall task trying to climb it when bodies are astray all over the squared circle. Trick Williams down off the haluva kick. And meanwhile, Andrade, keep your eyes on Alidolo, who has scaled the rugs and is looking to get his hands on the Money in the Bank contract. He's getting dangerously close. Dominik, electric chair right on the ladder. Holy hell! Andrade is gonna feel that one on Sunday supper tomorrow. So much action trying to call bitter end to Dirty Dominik Mysterio. Meanwhile, Trick Williams get a little payback on Bron Breakker for what he did earlier in the matchup, chucking that kendo stick right at the certified badass from Monday Night Raw. And imagine if Trick Williams can pull off this matchup tonight, become Mr. Money in the Bank. Certainly, I don't think anybody would be looking at Trick as just a right-hand man for Carmelo Hayes any longer. There's Sami Zayn trying to hustle up with Bron Breakker on his tail. And Bron just launching Sami Zayn right back down to the canvas. Absolutely no remorse. Zayn down, Dominik taking down Andrade. Wait a minute, these superstars better keep their eyes inside the squared circle. Bron Breakker is on the top of the ladder, reaching for the skies. Sami Zayn trying to get a hold. Dirty Dominik Mysterio. I think the only thing that Zayn and Dom got in mind is making sure Bron Breakker does not win this contest. And there's Zayn climbing the ladder once more. Dominik Mysterio and Andrade. Oh no, Sami Zayn. Caught by Bron Breakker and a powerbomb on the ladder. Oh my goodness. I can't believe Zayn and Dom are gonna go to war in the main event on Monday Night Raw in just 48 hours. They're gonna be dragging their carcasses right into the OVO Hydro. Dominik Mysterio dialing up, looking for a 619. I think Andrade was starting to move. Dominik, you gotta give him credit. Some veteran instincts, veteran decision to think on his feet and not go for the 619 when Andrade was clearly moving. And so much young talent getting an opportunity tonight along with veterans like Andrade and Sami Zayn. Who is going to make the most of it? As Bron Breakker, military press position, down goes old Trick Willie. Now you might need a shovel to get Trick Williams off the floor tonight. Dominik Mysterio looking to soften up the Intercontinental Champion. Three amigos on Sami Zayn. And now Dom and Breakker racing to the finish line. Oh no, Dirty Dom's got his hands. This place might turn into a riot if Dominik Mysterio has his way and wins the Money in the Bank. Well, down goes Butch. Trick Williams trying to push over that ladder. I don't know if he's got enough strength, and he's too late. The badass has won it. Bron Breakker wins the race to the finish line. After a hellacious anarchy, chaos-filled Money in the Bank, only one man is still standing on 2 feet.
Here is your winner, and Mr. Money in the Bank, Bron Breakker!
The badass Bron Breakker has turned doubters into believers week in and week out for months on Monday Night Raw. And now he takes the next step, a future top contender, as Bron Breakker is leaving London, England, Mr. Money in the Bank. On Sunday, July 27th, the future changes in an instant. Live from the Bell Center in Montreal, the City of Saints, the fight capital of Canada, Money in the Bank returns. Presented by Noah Nation Gaming channel memberships. Men and women will climb the ladders, not just for a briefcase, but for destiny. Inside that case, opportunity, power, a golden contract that can be cashed in anytime, anywhere for a world championship. Some rise to the moment, others fall beneath it. And in Montreal, with the eyes of the world watching, history will be made. New challengers will emerge, champions will feel the pressure, and new names will hold the keys to it all. Opportunity is the name of the game on Sunday night, July 27th at Money in the Bank.